Hello my scrappy friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. Well, you know me, I cannot take a piece of paper without cutting it apart, distressing it and putting it back together again. And today's layout is no different. So I have started off by taking my standard 12 by 12 white sheet of paper, trimming it down just a smidge. I think I cut 3/4 of an inch off the edge and backing that so it's got a little, that blue and teal striped frame around the page or border around the page. Once I have done that, I did of course cut apart those strips of paper. I did cut about an inch off the end just to make them a little bit skinnier so that they'd fit across just the white section of the page. And then I got matching thread and stitched in a normal back stitch straight down the center. You can see it on some of them better than others, but it's just a cute little pop of texture and a nice little addition to the little strips here. Then I've put them back together in color order, and that is the basis of my layout. I then have these cute 2 photos, and sorry again about the post-it notes. They're just for privacy reasons, of course, of my son and his mates from school. They are having a celebration in the park for their last week of prep, and it is just super cute. They went over to the playground that's just next door to their school. They got to have a little picnic and eat something special. Now, I work, so unfortunately I wasn't able to go, but one of his mates, I could still send him something special, but to be extra triply special, one of his mates actually had organised to buy him a super special donut with sprinkles on top, and he was just tickled pink, not just from the donut, but that he had the same special treat as his best mate. So that was really cool. So these title, we also got these in a kit, but a long time ago, I do feel. I think it was with a Heidi Swap kit maybe, but I'm not sure. These were just raw chipboard thickers that I covered in gesso and then smushed the ink, the lumberjack distress ink that we got in the mixed media kit. I smushed that on top. Now, because it was covered in gesso first, it kind of dulled down that lumberjack color, and it looks a lot more of a pinky color than it does of a red color, which works for this layout because of how many of the pinks there are in those strips of paper up the top. But I think to be a bit more true to life, that lumberjack color, it definitely is not pure red, but it definitely does have pink tones to it. But when you just use it straight onto paper, I found it a lot more red than it looks in this way it's been used here. Then I got this idea from Shannon from She's Crafty. She then piled diagonally across the page just a whole bunch of circles. Now, Pink Fresh is a killer for circles. They have so many circles in their like sticker sheets and stuff that I was like, hey, I can do that. I did actually find that sticker there, that circle there, and a bunch of the other circles. I had this one tiny scrap of paper left from a previous kit that was basically all circle embellishment. So I cut all these out from that, like it was literally maybe the size of a photo. I reckon it was so small. And I'm just piling all those on. And then all the other circles and stickers and things are from the sticker sheet in today's collection. And I did pull a little bit of the 6 circle sticker chipboards from a couple of months ago as well, just to really add to all the circles that are going across the page. Honestly, if I was working at home with only my stash, I find the Pink Fresh Studio colours quite similar, and I generally don't keep them in collection as much because I never buy full collections of Pink Fresh. I just kind of buy the bits and pieces that speak to me, and then I kind of keep them all together in one kit as a big, massive Pink Fresh collection because I just find them so interchangeable with each other, and it makes life a little bit easier that I can sort of get the florals that work here and the chipboards that work there, and yeah, I just find it really works for me. The only one that really stands out as quite a different color palette was the Let's Stay Home collection of theirs. It had quite a strong, bright colour palette compared to their usual. So I could and I will in the future just pull any Pink Fresh and just put all this together. And it just makes it easier for me to use, I find. So yeah, so if you haven't seen Shannon's layout, definitely go and check her out. So she's crafty. She did a very similar concept with the strips of paper and the diagonal circles across the page. So thank you, Shannon, for sharing that. You definitely helped me when I was stuck in a bit of a creative rut with this layout. This layout actually took a lot of twists and turns. I had started in a very, very different way. I actually have a cut file that I backed ready to use for this. I had a Vicky Bouton pre-made background that I was going to use for this. I think this took maybe 4 or 5 attempts to really get it right. And thankfully, I stumbled across Shannon's layout to really help guide my creative juices with this one, because I was so stuck with this layout, and I was determined to keep persisting. Katie was like, I think you're going to have to throw it in, man. Like, it's just not working. It's like, no, I can get this. I can get this. And I'm so happy with how it turned out in the end. But gosh, it was quite a creative challenge to get there. I think I probably worked on this layout for about 4 days, I think, which is just ridiculous for me and the way that I usually scrap, but I just was so challenged with this one. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it was the photos, if it was if the collection didn't quite speak to me with the photo I was working with. I don't know. But yeah, I really struggled for a while there. So I'm really pleased with finally pulling it all together, and I'm so grateful to all the other people that share layouts and inspire, because that definitely helped me pull this across the line in the end. So here I am now popping on my splatters. You will have noticed that I pulled out all of the enamel dots that I had from all the various Pink Fresh collections to choose the ones that will work well with this color scheme. And here she is. So I am so pleased with how this all came together. It worked really, really well in the end. And I think it looks amazing. So thank you so much for watching. And I cannot wait to share my next layout with you next week. This is the halfway point in February, and I've got 2 more layouts to come. So I'll see you soon. Bye.